Hey guys, my name is BadInfos and welcome to an unboxing, showcase and review video of the Lenovo Ideapad 340 gaming laptop. Let's go! The Lenovo Ideapad 340 gaming laptop is a favorite to many people. Many people are gonna recommend this laptop, and looking at the specs, honestly, for the price I paid, it is actually really nice. On paper it looks amazing. Let's see how it is in fact. This is gonna be an honest review. I have no bias, I'm actually not a fan of Lenovo laptops, but I saw the price tag, I saw the specs and I said, holy crap, I gotta get this thing because my previous laptop broke. I'm gonna start with unboxing, give you a showcase, open the laptop up, show the battery, the SSDs and whatnot, and then I'm gonna turn it on, put some operating system on it, and we should go from there. So let's start with the unboxing first. Let's see what we have inside. Also sorry for any extra microphone noises you're gonna hear because I'm bumping the table. So it's the laptop, obviously. We have some documentation. It is on Bulgarian because I got it from a Bulgarian retailer. There we go. Here's the guarantee card. Yeah. A setup guide we have. This is the setup guide with some instructions, which I'm gonna read afterwards, or I may not, I don't know. So this is how the box looks like. I'm not sure if you can actually see it. We have a little compartment over here with some cables. Let's see what kind of cables, and let's see how big the brick is. The brick is actually, this is it. This is everything in the box. So, go away box. So we have a brick over here. It's not very big actually. I was expecting it to be a little bit bigger. It's pretty much the same as my previous laptop. Very good, which was an Acer Aspire. You can see the model number over here. Let me open this up. I know you're here for the laptop, but this is a full unboxing, so I don't care. I'm showing you everything. You can of course skip through the video. I'm trying to be as fast as possible. You connect it like this, which is pretty standard for laptops. Yeah, every single laptop I have seen has this connection, and this is the brick. Decent again, very nice. This is the Bulgarian power socket. If you get in your country, it's gonna have a different socket obviously for your country. Let's open this up. Oh, it's very light. Not heavy at all, dude. Ooh, okay. So the moment of truth. Come on, baby, see the world. Somebody has touched it. I see fingerprints. Not nice. I see 3 fingerprints. It's dirty. Somebody touched my laptop. I'm disappointed. But no. Ah, so many fingerprints. Oh no. So this tells me that if I touch it, yeah, I can see my own fingerprint. So this is it, guys. It's a 15.6 inch laptop. Let's open it up. Oh, nice. It's a blue keyboard, which lights up actually, which I'm gonna show you afterwards. But this is it. I'm gonna give you a closer look afterwards, of course. This is how it looks from the back. Pretty incognito, except for this very bright blue letters over here. And here it is from close. The first thing I noticed, which is kind of a big issue for me, is the wobbliness. It is a very wobbly, guys. If you just tap it, if you touch it, if you move it around, it is gonna make this motion. It's gonna start dancing, which is I'm not a big fan of, but I can live with it, I guess. Looks like we have a sticker over here which we can remove, and apparently there's a cover for the camera. If it's like this, it is off, you cannot see, nobody can see you. However, if it's like this, the camera is open, which is a nice security feature. I love this feature. I'm gonna always have it off because I never use the webcam on laptops. Other than that, it looks like it has some ventilation near the, I'm not sure if you can see it, but over here the blue stuff is ventilation on the top, and it also has some ventilation on the back, right over here. Pretty big ventilation, and there's nothing on these sides. We have speakers, these are speakers on both sides. As you see, we have two USB 3.0, USB-C of course, the charging cable, a headphone jack, HDMI. Did I miss something? I don't think so. And also on the other side we have absolutely nothing. So guys, there's not much else I can show you on the outside, which means that it's time to open this bad boy up. Okay, let's get it started. Looks like we have 11 screws, which I have to unscrew to open it up, so let's start. Okay, it took a while, but it's open now and we can see what's inside. Oh! Oh wow, there's a tray actually. Okay, I have seen many reviews of this product, and in none of them there was a tray. But here I have a tray. And actually this SSD, the NVMe M.2 SSD is big, it's full size. The ones I saw were this big, and it had like a bracket which extends this way, but it's a full-size SSD. That's awesome. It looks like there's no cable for this SSD. Yeah, so the cable goes in here. You plug it in and you go over here and plug this in. So it means that you have to take this out, put the other SSD in if you're gonna upgrade, of course, put the other SSD in, and then put this back. So this should be the RAM slots. So what is this contraption over here? Oh, there we go, I can open it, which is good. I was kind of worried, I have never seen this before. Huh. Alright, so it has only one channel, it's not dual channel unfortunately. But yes, this is single channel, so if you're gonna get this, and if you plan to upgrade in the future, it means that you have to get rid of this one entirely and put like 16 gigs or something. A single one. You can't add to this one, you have to buy a separate one, get rid of this one and then upgrade. Which is kind of unfortunate. But the cooling looks good, the battery as well, I have a tray for an SSD, and overall I'm happy with the insides. Okay, so far I'm liking it on the inside. Now let's see if it has an operating system. Even if it does, I'm gonna actually get rid of it. Doesn't have battery, huh? Okay, so the charger is in, and now I can turn it on. Let's go. Let's see what we got. But as I was saying, if it has an operating system, I'm gonna get rid of it, because I don't trust developers of laptops, manufacturers of laptops, because they put lots of bloatware, and especially I don't trust Lenovo after what they put in 2015. I suggest you read about it, it was a huge scandal. I'm just gonna go into the BIOS. Aha, there we go, it took a while. It's either escape or F1 or F2 or F3 or F4, F5, I don't know which button it is, because I have never used a Lenovo laptop before. So let's see what we have here. Okay, it looks perfect as advertised. I have 8 gigs of RAM, I have an i5 9300HF CPU at 2.4 GHz, and everything else looks pretty darn well, again as advertised. Oh yeah, and it comes with this cable. Apparently it was in the box and it fell out. I found it on the floor. So this is it, this is a SATA cable which connects to the motherboard. So yes, it comes with a tray for SSD and with a cable too, which is awesome. And now it's time for the numbers. When it comes to temperatures, when idle, the temperatures for both the CPU and GPU never goes above 40 degrees Celsius, with a room temperature of 26 degrees Celsius. Under full load, I noticed something interesting though. Twice the CPU spiked to 92 degrees Celsius for a split second. When that happened, in a matter of seconds, it dropped to 65 degrees Celsius because the fans immediately kicked into high gear. Otherwise, the CPU temperatures never went above 75 degrees Celsius no matter what I threw at it. The GPU, however, never got more than 65 degrees, and when that happens, the fans activate and it drops to 50 degrees. In short, thermals are amazing. Ventilation is fine for the most part, the placement on the bottom fans may be inconvenient for some, but you gotta admit that they're doing a splendid job. I cannot give the same praise for battery life, however. I mean, sure, I tested the laptop when it's idle, I left it for a very long time not even touching it. It took it 7 hours and 30 minutes to shut off, that's at 50% brightness, and no lights on the keyboard. I mean, yeah, that sounds fantastic, but tell me, when are you gonna leave your laptop for 7 hours and not even look at it? You always be using it for Skype, Discord, maybe watch a YouTube Bad Infos video, a Bad Infos stream, visit Bad Infos' subreddit or Twitter. It will never be truly idle, so what you're seeing right here is not what you're gonna get. Shave off a couple or maybe even 3 hours of this number and you get the actual time it will take to shut off. These other numbers are more frightening. Under full load while playing Dirt Rally with full screen brightness and max keyboard brightness, it shut off in 1 hour and 21 minutes. Yikes! It gets even scarier, guys. This was with power saver on, which means that you'll not get more than 30 FPS in your games. If you unlock the full potential, expect it not to make it even 50 minutes. Yeah, this is a gaming laptop, I expected it to last longer while gaming. Speaking of games, however, first we have Dirt Rally, Ultra settings, 1080p, 4x MSAA, the game runs fantastically well at constant 60 FPS. I have noticed a few drops to as low as 55 FPS, but this is barely noticeable and it happened very rarely. Then we have Minecraft, at 16 chunks render distance, fancy graphics, 1080p of course, I get constant 60 FPS. Not even a drop below that, unless I'm generating a brand new world or a brand new nether in the world. Then it can dip to 20 FPS until it generates, but this is normal, even my beast of a desktop PC also does that. And lastly, I tested out Doom Eternal, which came out a couple months ago. Unfortunately, I cannot set the graphics to Ultra, because that requires more video memory than what I have. However, with everything set to high, the game runs at constant 60 FPS at 1080p. Not a single dip in 2-3 hours of gameplay. I think it's safe to say that the performance on the laptop is top notch, and you can play any game ever released, no matter how old or new it is. And guys, here I am 5 days after I purchased this beauty, because it is a beauty. I purchased it 5 days ago and I have some thoughts on it, some bad, some good. First of all, I wanna say, this is an absolute beast. This laptop is amazing, way better than I thought. The thermals are awesome. But first, let's talk about the bad stuff, okay? Let's start with the trackpad. Okay, the trackpad is the absolute worst. The worst trackpad I have ever seen on a laptop. I don't know what's up with manufacturers nowadays. Every single laptop nowadays has a terrible trackpad. This is even worse than the worst trackpads I have ever seen. So let me give an example. Look at my previous trackpad on my Acer Aspire from 7-8 years ago. What do you see? You see separate buttons for left and right click. Once you touch these buttons, you don't activate the trackpad itself, because they are separate. What do you see on the Lenovo? You see a whole trackpad, and the buttons are on the trackpad. So when you try to click on an icon with the right mouse button, what happens is you try to click on it. However, this also activates the trackpad and the cursor moves away from the icon and you click on nothing. This applies to all manufacturers. I don't know what's going on. Why do they do that? Older laptops had separate buttons. And I know why they do it, because it looks sleek, it looks better, sure. But why sacrifice function for aesthetics? And also something else, you can never use this trackpad if you have a little moisture on your fingers. If you just previously washed your hands, for instance, if you have grease on your hands, or if there's moisture in the air or something, you cannot use this trackpad, because the surface is just bad for that. The previous surface I had was perfect, you can use it with any kind of fingers, any kind of moisture on your fingers. That's absolutely awful. I really hate this trackpad, it's the worst part about this laptop. Second of all, the charger does not bend. Look at the previous laptop again. I'm gonna give you an example. It is bended, so it goes behind or in the front of the laptop. If you plug the charger on the Lenovo, it actually shortens the cable if you want to put it behind the laptop. Nowadays Acer, Asus and a few others have decided to make it bent, but not Lenovo. I don't know what is up with Lenovo, but all Lenovo laptops are like this. This is their design, I guess. So there we go, that's also a problem I have with the laptop. And also, the last issue I have is the cooling placement. The cooling, so basically it takes air from the top of the computer and it pushes the heat from below. This is all fine and dandy if you're using a desk, a table like this. However, if you wanna game, if on your lap, if you wanna put it on your lap, for instance, previously on my Acer Aspire, I put it on my lap and that's how I gamed. I cannot do that with this laptop, because it constantly pushes air towards my crotch and legs as well. This is constant. If you game for an hour, you cannot last that, because your legs are gonna get super hot. A better solution is to have it on the sides, like again in my previous laptop. It had better cooling solutions, I think, in my opinion. This cooling is better, more powerful. However, the placement is bad, just the placement. That's what I don't like, but again, if you game on a desk, it's completely fine. But if you're gonna game on a desk, why not get a desktop computer, not a laptop? So this is everything bad I have to say about the computer, the laptop. There's lots of good, however. The temperatures are absolutely awesome, way better than expected. I can play any game ever released, even the newer games I tried. Like I said, Doom Eternal, it runs absolutely awesome. I'm super impressed with it, and there's lighting on the keyboard as well. But yeah, the trackpad is really awful, and this is it, guys. This is everything I wanted to say. Do I recommend this laptop? Of course I do. It's absolutely awesome, even with the issues. This was a positive review. I'm not a fan of Lenovo, however, this purchase was great, the price is great for the specs you get. And guys, this is it. If you want me to make more in-depth reviews on this laptop or any other thing, then let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Before I go, I want to thank my lovely Patreon supporters too: Austin Data, House the Chowder, Alex Chavez and Max Robinson. Thank you so much for the support.